Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have partnered up with Cricut to bring you some of my fun top ideas using your Cricut to make some really fun back to school stuff, from your bags to your zipper pouches, t-shirts, as well as your binders, notebooks, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for our first project, it's going to be a Good Vibes t-shirt. We're going to be using Cricut Infusible ink here. And what I'm doing is I'm just simply figuring out my measurements about how wide and how tall I want this to be. And then I'm going to show you a quick little demo of Cricut's Infusible ink. You can get tons of patterns and also tons of solids. So these are some of their newer colors here. Look at how fun these are for back to school. I love these. Those are like paint splatters. This one right here, like the geometric shapes. And then you can also get these for your Cricut Joy as well. So they are totally not left out. All right, so this is the one that we have chosen to use today. I simply just take my Cricut tool to slice this open. We're going to pop it open and check out these colors. Now, if you have not used Cricut Infusible ink before, one thing to note is they come out lighter than what they will be. So the sheets will be lighter, but what's on the box is actually what it's going to look like. So if you need to know what it's going to look like, you can definitely reference that. So I'm just showing you here each sheet and then showing you what it's supposed to look like. Now that's the one that we're going to be using today. I absolutely love this one. I almost went for this one. I'm a sucker for that orange there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to need your sheet that you're going to choose. Inside the box, it's going to come with the little papers as well as a sample piece, so you can test that as well. I do save these so that way I can put it back in the packaging to keep everything dry. So let's go ahead and head on over to Cricut Design Space, and we're going to pick our file. So what I'm doing is going to Images. I'm going to type in Good Vibes. There's the one I want to use. Click on it, hit Insert Image, and then I'm going to resize it to where I want it to be. So I'm going to select everything, hit Weld so it's all one color. Then I'm going to simply hit Make It. We need to mirror this when you're using infusible ink. We're going to hit Continue. So I'm using my Cricut Explore Air 2. I have the dial set to Custom. And now we're going to choose the material. Now mine is on the front, but you could also browse materials. So it's Infusible ink transfer sheet. So now I'm going to cut this down. I love using my paper trimmer for this. I'm just simply going to run it through here. Pay attention to your pattern. So you want to make sure and cut this whichever way you want to have your design. So whichever piece of the paper you want, make sure you do that. So I'm just using that to size it down. Super easy. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to load it on our Cricut mat. I do like to use my green mat for this. Simply smooth that out and let's load it. So you're just going to make sure that your dial's on custom like I said before, and we're going to cut it out. Now while we're cutting this out, I want to take a moment to apologize because I know I talk super fast and I also have this in fast forward mode, but we have a ton of projects here to cover, so you can always hit rewind and pause. Alright, so now that we're done cutting that out, I like to flip my mat over and basically peel my mat off of my material. Makes it super easy. Alright, so now what we're going to do is get our Cricut Easy Press ready. So I'm going to use the Cricut Easy Press Heat Guide. I'll have that linked down below so that way you know exactly the temperature. This is the Cricut Easy Press 2 and it is the 10 by 12. The Cricut Heat Guide is amazing. It's going to give you all of the information that you need. Alright, now we're ready to weed. With this type of material, all you need to do is kind of roll it just a little bit. That's going to help it finish kind of popping out these pieces, make it a lot easier to weed. When it comes to weeding this, you can simply use your hands. You don't have to use your Cricut tools for this. So you're just going to go through and weed it. Now, one thing I want to note, I see a lot of people wondering, see how that little white pieces of paper are left behind? That is not going to hurt anything. As long as there's not the colorful ink on it, it's not going to hurt anything. So I definitely wanted to show that because a lot of people I think thinks it has to be perfect, but it definitely does not. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm preheating my shirt for 15 seconds, and we're using the 14 by 14 Cricut Easy Press mat today. Next up, I'd like to take my lint roller and go over it at this point. When it's nice and warm and cozy, it's the easiest to run the lint roller across it. Now I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock, put it right on the inside of the shirt to prevent any bleeding going through the shirt. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take my Cricut ruler again. This is gonna help me find the placement, and I'm just lining it up in the center. It's perfectly 4 inches down, and I'm just gonna line this up. Now this is the 4x18 ruler, by the way, guys. So what I'm gonna do is use the Cricut tape. So you're just gonna take some of their heat tape here and hold down your sides. We're gonna cover it with that piece of butcher paper, which is included with your infusible ink, and go right on top. It says no pressure. I like to do light pressure, and it'll be 40 seconds. Pull it off and you're ready to go. You're simply just gonna pull it up. Look at that, guys. It looks so good. The cool thing about this, it's fun, it's vibrant, and you can stretch it. It's not going to, break up or anything like that. It's one with the shirt, so you can't even feel it. All right, so let's move on to project number 2. Next up is going to be a super fun book bag. So what I'm doing here is finding my measurements to make sure a full 12x12 sheet will fit on here. I'm using the Cricut tote. Let's head on over to Cricut Design Space. I'm going to search images once again. I'm typing in book nerd. Now there is a ton of super cute ones to choose from. We're going to pick the one that is at the very top. Once again, all of these are linked down below. Now I want you to notice it is actually a print and cut, but we're going to change that over here. We're going to hit no fill, and now you're good to go. So what we're going to do is get a square. I'm going to do a 12x12 just to figure out how big I need my image to be. So what we're doing is a knockout, so technically. So what we're going to do is I'm figuring that out. Looks good. Delete my background, hit make it. We're going to mirror it. Now I'm getting this right in the center because this is actually going to cut in the full 12x12 sheet. So I'm just centering it up to make sure, because technically it's going to be a knockout, which you guys will see here in just a second. We're going to hit continue, and once again we're going to choose infusible ink. All right, so this time I'm going to use this super cute one right here. Once again, all of these are going to be linked down below. So I'm just going to load this on here, and that's going to directly cut right in the center. So we've got it loaded. Once again, we're on custom, and I've chosen infusible ink, so we're just going to cut this out really quick. All right, same thing as before. We're going to hit unload, and then we're going to move this out of the way, and then we are going to get our mat, flip it upside down, and you're basically peeling it off of your material. Once again, this is a huge lifesaver. We're going to set our mat out of the way, and we're ready to go. Once again, you're going to do that whole rolling effect, but you want to be careful because we're actually utilizing the whole sheet and getting rid of the inside. Now, keep in mind, which I'll point out here in a minute, you can save all of these pieces if you're very careful and reuse them again, because you can do it without the background, if that makes sense. All right, so we're ready to go. So you see, this is where I'm showing you guys save those. So we're going to use the 14x14 mat again, insert a white piece of cardstock, and I'm just getting this situated to where it's going to fit. Now this is going to be a washed out effect. I want to let you guys know really quick, I'm doing a preheat, so you want to do that as well. So I'm preheating for 15 seconds, the full thing. Now, this is a washed out effect because the iron is actually going to be setting on top of the edges and stuff of the bag, which is going to make it uneven heat. So you're going to notice that on the edges of this, you're going to get that wash out. But I love it because it's a super vintage look. Now, if you don't want that, I would definitely size this down. Maybe do like a 10x10, so it'll perfectly fit in the middle, and then your iron's going to go over that. You can do the same thing. You're going to see in a minute. I'm adding the tape, by the way, guys. You're going to notice in a minute I'm going to move my iron twice. You want to do that very carefully. It's a very big risk, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to get my iron up at the top. So my iron is setting on a seam up there, and that's what's going to cause the unevenness, if you will. You'll see in a minute. All right, so I'll carefully move this down, doing another 40 seconds, and then we're going to lift it, and final reveal, here you go. So you guys notice up there at the top and the bottom, you get that just cool washed out look. But like I said, if you don't want that, then I definitely recommend to maybe size it down 10 and a half, and you definitely won't get that. I love it. I think it's a ton of fun, and just look at how cute that came out. I just love it. Can't get better than that. And then you notice like it rounded my corners down there because my iron's round, so it's not getting to the corners. I just love it. Let me know down below, what do you guys think of the washed out look? Is it one of your favorites? It's definitely one of mine. Project number 3 is a fun little zipper pouch. Now these are also from Cricut. They come in a 3-pack. I'm just checking my size because I'm going to show you guys what it would look like without the washed out effect. So we're doing another knockout. I've already skipped all of the steps so I could show you. So I'm just putting my little mat right inside. Once again, all of these are linked down below. I've got a cardstock inside, and I'm just going to get this down. So like I said, I've already skipped all of the steps just to show you guys once again. So this one is actually actually fitting right inside, avoiding all of those seams. So I'm getting some of my tape there, and then I'm putting the butcher paper down, going right on top with my 6x7. Now, once again, I have to move this twice. We're ready to go. We're going to pull up that butcher paper and take a little peek. You guys, I love the way that this came out. So cute. So you guys can see how it looks if you guys can size that down to avoid all of your seams. It looks really good. I love the way this one came out as well. All right, so for projects 4, 5, and 6, I'm going to be showing you guys adhesive vinyl. Now, we're going to be using the permanent glossy vinyl as well as the holographic threads. So right now, I'm just figuring out what colors I want to do. So I have decided to stick with the same sort of theme using purples and teals and pinks, and I'm just kind of reversing. So on the purple notebook, for example, we're using pink. All right, so back at Cricut Design Space, we're using projects this time. So instead of images, you're going to go to projects. You can type in anything. So for example, I'm researching school, and here is all of these ideas. For example, you can see some of the ones that we're going to be using today. Once again, all of these are linked down below. This is the one that I used for the little zipper bag, for example. Now the one that we're doing right now is this one right here for the binder. I love it. So it's ready to go. You can check the sizes. We're just going to hit make it, and you're going to see that it has 3 different mats. Now for this one right here, we're going to be using the holographic threads. Once again, we have it on the custom dial. I'm going to do browse material, and I just type in hollow search, and I'm going to choose that holographic threads. Done. Now for the next ones, we're just going to be able to click on that right up there where it says bold, click that, and you can change it to the premium vinyl. So here you're going to see that I'm just going to trim down all of these once again with my paper trimmer. If you guys don't have one, I highly recommend it. You can use it for most materials here. It just makes everything super, super easy. All right, so I'm just go ahead and sizing all of these down so I can just easily load them on my mat. So I'm loading these. Once again, I'm just using the green mat. I like to use the green or the blue for this. I love Cricut's holographics. They're just super, super pretty. So we're just continuing to load these and get them all cut out. Now it's time for the fun part, which is weeding. So we're just going to go ahead and quickly go through these and weed them all out. Now that we've got everything weeded out, we are ready to use our transfer tape. So I'm using the Cricut transfer tape. I just like to go like a taco, just fold it in half, go straight down. Now I'm using my scraper tool to just kind of get this picked up. And then you're going to flip it over. That's the best way to do it. And then hold it at an angle and just peel right off. It makes it super easy. All right, now also those are the new Martha Stewart scraper tools, as you noticed in white, just in case you guys are wondering. They are also linked down below. So I just kind of hover above until I find out where I want to put it, and then I lay it down. You can use your fingers to do this, or you could definitely go over it with your scraper tool again. I love the bigger one. It has a lot more flex for applying to items like this. All right, so all you need to do is hold it at an angle and peel it right off, and you're good to go. This is the biggest tip with your transfer tape, is peeling at an angle. Both applying it as well as taking it off of the transfer sheet. I love it. I love the way that those came out. You can buy these super, super cheap. I picked these up at Staples. You could get them at Target, Walmart. They're very affordable, between 10 cents to $1. Now you can see that I'm using the exact same transfer sheet again. So you can reuse these over and over again until they lose stick. So you could get quite a lot of projects out of one. So as soon as I'm done with this, I can simply just reapply it back to the backing and use it time and time again. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm rubbing with my fingers. I'm going over it with the Cricut tool there. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll hold it at an angle and peel it right up. Now, what I love about these projects instead of the images, I love the projects because they're already made for you. They're already sized for you. So it's already got the standard size for a notebook, a backpack, the binder, whatever it may be. And if you need to, you can always customize them and change them to whatever size you need them to be. So definitely check those projects out if you're trying to come up with an idea, or if you're new to Cricut and you're trying to learn, try those projects out because it's going to walk you all the way through it. It's got a ton of information for you guys. So here you guys see me again. I'm going over this. I'm going to start with my first piece. I'm going to get it right down here at the bottom and just simply apply that with my finger as well as my tool. And then the way that I'm doing this one is I'm making sure, so like I got this down first, and then I'm going to get the flag down next because I want the flag to be behind his hand. So pay attention to detail. What I like to do is when I go to put projects like this together, I refer back to the main image from the project so I can kind of see what it looks like. It really helps by putting it back together. So always revert back to the beginning of the project, and it just truly helps. So what we're doing is I'm simply layering that piece on top of another piece. That way I can apply it in one swoop. So what I'm doing is I'm testing it again to make sure where I want to put it. I'm putting my flag down, using my fingers, using my tool, and just scraping that down. So you guys let me know down below, what is your favorite project that I've showed you guys? Is it the t-shirt, the tote bag, the zipper bag, or some of these binders and notebooks and things? What are some projects that you guys are working on, or what are maybe some of your favorite projects from Cricut Design Space? Also want to mention that Cricut Access is highly, highly worth it. If you guys notice the little A in Cricut Design Space and you guys kind of wonder what that means, it simply is for the people that are subscribed. So if you guys are subscribed and you pay that little monthly fee for Cricut Access, you guys are going to get all of the extra things. So you get all the extra projects, all the extra files, as well as I believe it's an extra 10% in Cricut. So for all of your extra things over on Cricut.com, you guys can save over there an extra 10%. You won't have to have a promo code or anything like that. So that was one of the reasons why I had signed up years ago. Plus, you just can't beat all of the images. I just love them all. I love the way that this holographic came out with the just a plain gloss. It just came out so cute. So this year, don't worry about going out trying to find all those things. Get the cheaper ones and make your own. Let your kids design it. Let your kids pick out the projects. I just love the way this stuff came out. I hope you guys and your kids have a very fun school year. And if you guys have any questions about how to do these, or a little bit more detail or anything like that, or you guys need some ideas of which projects are my favorite that maybe you guys want to use, just let me know down below and I'll definitely help you guys out. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.